This channel supports Extra Life in its efforts to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network. For more information about how to donate and join in their efforts, go to the link displayed here. Extra Life. Play games, heal kids.
What up, everybody? This your boy Black Makers, and because it's Thanksgiving, feel the need to tell a Thanksgiving story for you guys. First of all, happy Thanksgiving. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be safe out there. It's not a normal Thanksgiving, of course, because of this pandemic. So I need y'all to do your best to be as safe as possible. If you can find other arrangements to do the Thanksgiving thing, hey, Zoom right now is letting everybody host large parties up to 100 people without having to subscribe to a plan. So if you want to do the over the internet big family gathering, you have until 6 a.m. tomorrow to do so. I know it's a little bit late of me putting this out, but I did tweet it out and post it as many places as possible. So if you follow me on social media, hopefully you saw that. And if you don't follow me on social media, probably a good idea to do so, because I do like to tweet out a lot of different things like deals and information and news. So it's a good idea to check me at Black Megas on there. I'll remember to put the stuff in the description this time around. Anyway, so if you are going without a Thanksgiving meal this year, or at least a traditional Thanksgiving meal, let it be known that it could happen even on a regular year. It's really bad though when it happens on a regular year, and it's due to the fact that the Thanksgiving dinner that you went to sucked. Now, I saw a tweet, and I actually tweeted this out, about how like the worst Thanksgiving I ever spent was at my oldest sister's house. Now, for reference, our family is full of people who love to cook. Not only do they love to cook, but they can cook very, very well. My mom, my grandmother, God rest both of their souls, were the matriarchs of the family, and they taught everybody. My brothers, my sisters, or pretty much everybody who wanted to learn how to cook. Even if you didn't want to learn, you probably had to learn some of those things, or at least you absorbed it because you were around it so much. Especially when I lived with my grandmother. When we first moved to the DC area, me and my mom and my sister, we all lived in my grandmother's house, and my grandmother was the neighborhood candy lady. So she was always baking stuff, cooking things. She was the church cook, so all the fried chicken, all the sides and stuff like that for the church stuff, she was hooking them up. So the interest in cooking was going to be there. Then my mom could really, really cook. When we moved alone, she taught me how to cook because it was just me and her, and I was like around 10 at the time. So I was a quote-unquote latchkey kid. You guys don't know what that term is anymore. It's something that you commonly do now, which is you're a kid who basically went home, had your key, and had to go home by yourself for a couple hours until your parents got home from work. Because that's how things are. It was, I guess, an oddity back then, but so they made up a term. Who knows? Anyway, so I knew how to cook. By the age of 12, I was cooking all types of stuff. Stuff I liked, and then as I got older, I would learn. Anyway, point being, we can cook. People love our cooking. They like to come by and eat, especially Thanksgiving. Everybody loves to eat, especially if my mom or my grandmother's cooking. Even if my aunt was cooking, people love Thanksgiving because my aunt could cook too. But again, my grandmother made sure everybody knew how to cook. It was just that thing. Apparently, she didn't do so well with my older sister, or my older sister just didn't give a fuck, which I think is probably more of the latter, because if you knew my older sister, you know why I would feel like it's because she don't give a fuck. It's because she don't really give a fuck about a lot of stuff, but that's neither here nor there. But this particular year, it was about a couple of years outside of me being in high school. Just graduated. But still living at home with my mom. And my sister had married this guy, fucking psycho. Um, no disrespect to anybody, military, but he was like one of those stereotypical psycho ex-Marines that people talked about, that just had weird mental problems. It was just wow. My sister had a reputation for finding the strangest husbands, for the most fucked up reasons. This was one of them. And I guess, I don't know, maybe he wanted to make an impression on us, or she kind of wanted to show off. I don't know. It was weird because, again, the not giving a fuck thing kind of is a very, very apt thing, because she's never invited anybody over for Thanksgiving. She's never offered to do anything like that for the family, cook or anything. But this was weird. She wanted to do this year. So my mom's like, okay, we're gonna go over to her house. This is her daughter, and she wants to, I guess make her feel good. We were all like, really? We gonna go there? You ain't cooking this year? Most of us kind of upset, because again, my mom was an excellent cook. Everybody loved her food. What made it even worse for me was, this was one of those years where my best friend that I've known since high school, sophomore year, his family were out of town. His mom's from another place, from the Caribbean, and sometimes she would go and visit family there. So there wasn't like the family dinner that year for him, and he had been over to our house on Thanksgiving Day, because he'd come by after his family stuff, because again, everybody loves my mom's cooking, and he was not going to turn down the opportunity to eat at our family thing, because he knew my mom could cook, my aunt could cook, my grandmother could cook, my other sisters could cook, I could cook. So he probably figured, hey, this one probably can throw down too. And I guess I deluded myself into thinking that maybe she carried some of the genes with her, but the genes weren't in it. So we go over to her house, and it's one of the, first of all, the food didn't even look good, and that's sign number one. At least sometimes with people who can't cook, at least the stuff looks good, but if she's one of those people where it didn't look good either, I'm trying to remember exactly, because there was some type of stuffing that she made that just had all types of things in it that I've never had. It just didn't look right. Kind of grayish, if I recall. It didn't taste good. I think she had a turkey. She may not have had a traditional turkey, because all I can remember is just the side dishes that just looked very, very off. And I remember, we sat down, we did the family prayer thing, and then we started eating. And I'm sitting by my best friend, and he's got this look, and he's just trying not to be impolite, but I can tell. See my mom, and my mom has her I'm being nice face, but I guess, especially in my family, facial expressions, at least I know for me, facial expressions are hard to hide. So I'm trying to hide that shit, but I can see everybody just not cool. And then we weren't that comfortable anyway, because again, her husband was a goddamn psycho. This man ate pig's brains for breakfast. Yes, true story. I have actually had to witness that shit one time. For some reason, I was over my sister's house in the morning, and she was frying this motherfucker up. Scrambled eggs and pig's brains. He said it was something that he did in North Carolina, wherever he was from. If you're from North Carolina and you eat pig's brains, I apologize, but it's just nasty as fuck. And if you're from North Carolina and you never heard of no shit, then I apologize. But that's what he told us. It's a thing for the people down there in his part of North Carolina. I don't know what part. I ain't trying to go to that part. I used to actually take road trips to go get him cans of pig brains. Yes, cans of pig brains, because the grocery stores in his area apparently sold canned pig brains. It's fucking, oh my god. Anyway, so it's just there with this psycho. It's awkward. Conversation's awkward. It ain't cool to like be eating this food, which makes the conversation worse. Just bad. Finally, mercifully, it ended. Late, of course, because we can't do Thanksgiving dinner before 4 p.m. Especially my family. It's always like nobody can eat until 5. That's just always how it used to be. My grandmother did that, and we followed my grandmother's lead. But yeah, I felt really, really bad about that because, again, I invited my best friend over, and he was driving at the time. I wasn't. He offered to give me a ride home. We ain't go straight home. We went and got something from a Chinese carryout that was open, and so we could have something to actually eat that was good on Thanksgiving Day. No leftovers were taken, which that should tell you something. You can't take no leftovers, not even dessert. That should tell you that. I think my mom and them took some to be polite, but nah, no leftovers. Like, I've never had a Thanksgiving that had no leftovers. Now, here's kind of the bright spot: is that my mom always made sure to have a turkey in the house. So I eventually did later that evening. We did have some decent Thanksgiving food because it was just, my mom always had this thing like, even if she's going somewhere, she's gonna cook for the house. Which, God bless her soul. Thank you, Mom, for doing that. So I did have some decent turkey and stuff. But yeah, yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Worst thing in the world you could do is have bad food on Thanksgiving, because you're looking forward to Thanksgiving as that time where I'm gonna get something great to eat. I'm gonna, we're gonna have. It doesn't even matter if you don't like your goddamn family. You know what I mean? Think about it. Like, if like people could cook, you sit around a motherfucker who you don't care for just to get that food, because like, especially on Thanksgiving, because god damn it, that's what you're there for. Like, and we got hit with the double whammy. We got hit with people like, person that was strange and not liking them. He would go on to do some really, really wild shit, which I won't get into, but it was some shit that 100% confirmed just how fucking psychotic he was later on. I want to say within less than a year of that horrible Thanksgiving. So yeah, that marriage didn't last. But man. So just be thankful that if you don't have traditional Thanksgiving food this year, that it's not bad traditional Thanksgiving food. You know what I mean? I know that's not really it's not really comforting, but hey, I'm just saying. Anyway, again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I hope you're safe. Have a wonderful day. Take it easy. God bless. And as always, feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Makers, and I'm out. Deuces.